Hello, my name is Caleb, and this is my pitch for Amnesia. You will have to search for objects while being in your own mind. There are different realms to search for these objects, and not everything is going to follow normal physics. This is a hidden object game. The player will search and collect objects that are inside the two realms. The perspective view will be 2D, just like the image you see here. The objects in the game will be 3D to make it easier to make changes like rotating the objects or the camera view. The player's goal is to explore all the rooms and to collect all the objects in the game. They'll go from room to room to find all the objects that are needed. After finding them all, they will do a puzzle at the end of each room to move forward to the next one. You are playing in the mind of the main character, trying to find his identity after having amnesia. Each room will represent a mental problem that people face, like depression or anxiety. The game will be made to help people with these problems. Also, it will help teach people what it's like to be inside the mind of these people who have these problems. Its main goal is to raise awareness that everyday type of people do have these problems. The reason for two realms is one realm will show the room as we might see someone who has depression, and the other realm will show the room how these people view themselves. The only antagonizing force there is to complete the game itself. There are no enemies or time limits. This is a game that is supposed to help people understand the world around them. If we rush them with a time limit, they might miss something that could help them. The player choice is switching between the two realms to find all the objects. All major furniture will stay the same, but smaller items or clutter will change. Each room will have two realms, and the player will be able to move freely between them to find all the objects. They will need to find all the objects in both realms before moving on to the next room. We will use environmental storytelling to show what it's like to have these problems. For example, for the room that shows what it's like to have depression, there will be a wall full of smiling and happy masks. This will show that these people often put on a metaphorical mask before going outside to hide their depression. Not everyone who plays this game will understand this, but that is true with any art. If we use our own life experiences to build a room, like me with my depression, then I believe we will be able to build rooms that most people will understand. The rules for this game is simple. Enter a room, look for items that are on your list, and move to the next one. After finding all the items in the room, they will do a puzzle at the end to move on to the next room. These puzzles will stay in theme with the room. There are many games that are like this one, but the one that would be the closest is the Nancy Drew games. What makes this game different is moving between the two realms to find all the objects. Another game that is like this one is Journey. Just like some critics have said Journey is an interactive piece of art, so will this game focus on being an interactive piece of art more than just a fun game. The riskiest part of this game is the core mechanic not being fun. If that was the case, this game could be changed into a point-and-click adventure game like The Walking Dead, which was more successful than most hidden object games. Another risk of this game is whether or not we'll actually be helping or hurting people who play the game. These are very touchy subjects. A way to help mitigate this risk is by talking to and interviewing professional psychologists to make sure we're on the right track. Thank you for your time.